And so I crawled out of the car again. I just stood there. And the beauty of Death Valley, especially in the summertime, is in the morning, the temperature is just perfect. So you can stand out there and I'm out there without a shirt on because it was super hot at night, but now it's just perfect. And I'm just standing there and it's just like this like big hug that I was receiving. And it prompted me to continue for the next couple days. I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. And so I wandered around the desert that day and I did what I set out to do. I would just kind of like hike up into a little area, a little gulch or, dry wash, sit down, I would journal, I'd read, I would continue. And eventually I ended up on this mountaintop and I was praying and just really asking for guidance. And I got this prompting that, I believe is from God. It was this overwhelming communication of just like, you've been here before. There have been all these moments in your life where you've had you've been doing your best. You're doing your best, but you know what? It's just not working anymore. You need to listen to me and we're gonna change course. And so I I said, okay, let's do it. I decided to take a step out personally into some areas that I had been kind of um, not wanting to do. I ended up joining this like young adults group through my church. I decided, you know what? I'm not going to just say I believe in God. I'm going to really dig into what that means. I want a real relationship. And so I started to do that. I started to dig into my faith, read, journal, pray, all of that stuff. And I received this just like mystical experience, I believe, from the Lord of just like, you're, this is it. Like, this is your moment to really become the person that I'm calling you to be. And so for the next 2 nights, I did the same thing. I camped out in the car. I didn't end up ever sleeping on the desert floor that time. And it was just this amazing experience of just peace and a sense of hope that I had not experienced in a long time. And long story short, I started to periodically, like once a month at least, going back to Death Valley or going out into these places for myself to really connect and to take care of myself and my soul and all that. And so where before, I would travel around for Rock the Park and then I'd fly home or whatever, I started to take these opportunities to go on these detours, whether it's on the way to where we're going or on the way back for myself. And it changed my life. I mean, since then, I entered into therapy. I started working on what I learned was this anxiety. I, of course, really grew deeper in my faith. All of this led to me discovering my authentic self and finding confidence in who I am. And essentially, it has led to a much more fulfilling life, a life of purpose. I would not have met my wife if I hadn't have done this work. I wouldn't have my child. I certainly wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. And so it changed my entire life. And I'm so grateful for that experience. So that's certainly the one that really stands out to me. There are so many others, but that one was truly pivotal for me in my life.